Every October, millions of retirees wait for one critical piece of news: the Social Security cost of living adjustment. This is what determines how much your benefits will increase next year. But this year, there's a new twist. Because of the possibility of a government shutdown, we may not even know what the COLA is when we normally would. And this is because the cost of living adjustment is based on inflation numbers released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the BLS. Those numbers come out in mid October, and they include the September CPI release, the Consumer Price Index, and that's the third piece that locks in the COLA for the next year. But the Labor Department has come out and said, look, if there's a government shutdown, we're not going to release any data. And this means that if the shutdown lasts until mid October, the BLS is not going to release the data needed for a COLA announcement. So, why is this happening? Well, Congress is once again gridlocked over government funding. Republicans, Democrats, and the White House are miles apart on their priorities. So, Republicans are pushing a funding bill that keeps spending mostly flat, while Democrats are demanding action on extending health care benefits. President Trump has said repeatedly that he fully expects the government to shut down, and both sides are digging in. Now, the deadline to fund the government is fast approaching, and if nothing gets passed, federal offices close, workers are furloughed, and the data releases, like the CPI, are going to grind to a halt. Now, if this happens, eventually the government is going to reopen, and when it does, the September CPI is going to be released. And then we'll know what the 2026 cost of living adjustment will be. But if the shutdown drags on, the timeline for that could be pushed weeks later than normal. Now, in the meantime, benefits are going to continue. Don't believe any fear mongering that tells you that benefits could stop. The shutdown isn't going to do anything to affect benefit payments, but planning for next year is just going to be impossible until we have that number. So the bottom line is that Social Security cost of living adjustment is very likely going to happen in 2026, just like it should. But thanks to the shutdown that may or may not happen, we may not know what that number is at the same time that we typically do. And this is yet another reminder that politics in Washington has real consequences for retirees around the country. Now, if you want to stay on top of Social Security updates and how they affect your retirement, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll keep you informed every step of the way. Thanks for watching.